and hopefully things are going to turn round. It's a lot of voluntary work.
That's Soldiers, Sailors, Airmen's Families Association.
It is, yes, yeah. I've got a couple of courses to do probably there, then maybe go out with the caseworker then, and then sort my own cases out. So I'm doing a lot of voluntary stuff at the moment, but I'm currently unemployed at the moment, so I'm
But you're using your time and your skills.
Yes, I am, but it's surprising how many people out there don't want somebody like me.
That's amazing, because you've got that discipline, that skill set.
Yeah.
You're reliable, you've got the skills, you're obviously a good people person, someone who can turn up on time and a family man. I mean, you're going to keep trying, aren't you?
I'll plug away. I'll keep knocking on doors and sticking my head in the doors. But the thing is that people keep nudging my head and shutting the doors in my face. Yeah. And I don't think that's fair, really, because the veterans need more than... they need more irons in the fire. They need more people like me helping them. And if I can help one veteran and support one veteran, it's brilliant.
And just tell me about your work with SAFA. What kind of things can SAFA give? If we've got service personnel and their families listening to this, what kind of help does SAFA provide?
Well, SAFA are there to support the soldiers, sailors and airmen. And what they do is if they refer you to the organisations, financial help, they're there for support and backup, really.
And you're going to be running the support group, which is offering counselling and support to
Well, it's not actually counselling. Although I have done an initial counselling course at Thomas Danby before I did all the other courses.
What is it going to do then?
Well, I won't be a counsellor because I'm not a qualified counsellor. My support group is just self-help.
Just getting people together.
Yeah, not social.
Mutual support.
Not a social evening or anything like that. It's giving each other support in anything in their life.
Isn't that available through the Veterans Agency, or aren't there other agencies already doing that?
Well, I found that the government have put all their eggs in one basket. Say, like the Veterans Agency have put all their eggs in combat stress, which I'm not knocking combat stress, but the combat stress is there as a good organisation for the veterans. It's had a lot of publicity. What I find is that the publicity has been taken away from other organisations, smaller organisations like Leeds Mind, who are quite capable of running support groups for a veteran in me.
Lovely. Well, I do hope you land on your feet shortly. You deserve to. Thanks very much for talking to us.
Right, thank
I joined the RAF as a boy entrant in 1958 and then obviously went into man service, and I served until October 1974.
So how many years service quickly?
It was 15 years from the age of 18, plus about a year and a half I did in boy entrance.
And when you say a boy entrant, that was basically a trainee, was it?
I was in the Air Training Corps at school, and then I went into the boy entrance when I was 16 and a half. And it's proper service. It's not like a cadets. It's proper service. But you go in and you train and you learn a trade, and that means that by the time you're 18, you're ready to go straight into man service. All your training's done.
And what did you train as?
I trained as a supplier. That's a storeman, basically, you know.
But all that logistical support to the frontline services is very vital, isn't it?
Oh yes, it is. Yeah. I started off as a basic supplier, and I worked up to when I finished. I was a corporal working on air trooping and air movements, air freight. You know.
And what would you say? That nearly half a life in the military service has done for you and given you.
I think it would do a lot of young kids now a lot of good. It teaches you discipline, teaches you to look after yourself.
Is that what it did for you?
Yes,
what did it do for you?
Well, it taught me that. It taught me to look after myself. You see lads now at 16 and a half, and there was a loss of what to do, and I don't know whether they still have the boy entrance service, but it would do a lot of them good, I think.
And where did you see? Did you see any kind of action? Did you go around the world? What did you do? Give me a flavour of what you did.
Yeah, right. Well, my first posting was to Gaydon in Warwickshire, which was a B-bomber training base. And after I'd served there a while, I went out to the Persian Gulf, at a place called Sharjah. Did a year there. And then I went back to the UK and I was posted to Pilingdales Early Warning Station. And the day I was supposed to go to Pilingdales, I went up there and I got the train to Pickering and managed to bum a lift up to Pilingdales. And the chap up there says, there's no RAF here yet, it's still a construction site. It said there's a wing commander comes around every so often and he's due tomorrow, so he'll tell you what to do. So I managed to find somewhere to bed down for the night, saw this wing commander, and he sent me to Leconfield for a couple of weeks. And then I went up to Pilingdales with the first advance party. So I can say I was the first RAF posted to Pilingdales.
Any overseas service?
Yes, I did. Then I did 3 years in Germany. I did a short while at 16 Maintenance Unit at Stafford, which is a big stores depot. And 3 years in Germany, I was doing trooping at Gütersloh.
And just tell me about the transition back into civil life, because the Veterans Day and the Veterans Month is all about the contribution veterans have made to UK life. But how you've made the transition and what contribution you've made since the end of your military service?
Well, I came out of the military service. I came out in 1974 when I was 33. The government at that time had decided that they had enough people in the service and they wanted to cut down a bit, and so it wasn't open to sign on again. I would have loved to have signed on, to do my full life there, but it wasn't an option. I was a corporal when I came out, and I went on Leeds buses when I came out.
So you were a bus driver?
I was a bus driver in Leeds for 4 years, and then the shift work didn't go down too well, and I left the buses and managed to get various stores jobs.
Are you retired now?
I'm retired now. My last job was with the Home Office Prison Service. Not as a prison officer, but working in one of their stores. They had a big stores at Cross Green at that time.
So you drifted back into the role that you had in the forces?
Yes. They had a big stores at Cross Green in Leeds, which covered just about the whole of the north of England for prisons. And I worked there for a while and got made redundant when they decided to privatise it.
And just tell me, how did you find the transition from military life back into Civvy Street? Because a lot of people have difficulties. There are all sorts of stories of really eye-opening stories of people drifting into marital breakdown and homelessness and drugs.
I found it quite easily in a way because the buses in Leeds at that time was run almost as a military operation. Not like it is now, but I found it quite easy.
And tell me about Veterans Day. Are you proud that there's a day dedicated to thanking people like you for what you did?
I am, yes. It's I didn't know anything about it until I saw it in the paper about 3 or 4 weeks back. There was a little piece in the Evening Post, and I saw that, and it said that they're still looking for more veterans. And I thought, well, I'll ring up and see what happens. So I rang up, and here we are, and it's pouring down with rain. And
but never mind. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel proud. Yeah.
Well, thank you on behalf of everyone for what you did. You played your part.
Yeah, thank you.